Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube lanes, it's your boy Tuglo, and today we have here another mukbang. We have a Taco Bell mukbang, and before their fries went away, I definitely wanted to do one for the fries, especially. I love their French fries. Now, today's anime of choice is going to be my first ever anime that I watched. Now, there was the TV ones, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, things like that, Dragon Ball Z. But this is the first anime that I ever watched online. And this is something that I'm extremely excited to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to unwrap this food and then we'll get right to it. So guys, we got the food unwrapped. Right here we have two beefy Frito burritos off the dollar menu. Then we got the little $5 box, their French fry box. Like I said, I had to grab these fries, and it does come with a little pack of cheese, so we'll take it. So the reason why I had to grab these fries is, honestly, they have a crap ton of seasoning. I don't know if y'all can see how much that is, but there we go. That's a good shot. It's got a lot of seasoning on it. And it's got a great, like, potato to potato skin ratio. I can honestly say that these are, like, my favorite French fries, fast food wise. The next French fries up would have to be, and this is probably going to sound crazy, but I honestly like McDonald's French fries. They're really good. Dude, every French fry is like littered with seasoning. It's fantastic. So, today, I want to talk about Sword Art Online. This anime takes place somewhere like 2022, 2023, somewhere in that area. We now have the technology to full dive into virtual reality. Now, when I say full dive, I mean something to the effect of you're literally just laying down. Your mind is separated from your body, and it is in virtual reality. Now, what we have is, I would say, a pseudo virtual reality. It's nowhere near full dive by any means. With our virtual reality, we have the controllers and we're moving our bodies back and forth and we're doing the motions. But imagine laying down, not moving any of your body, whether it be your arms, your legs, whatever the case may be. You're just laying down, but then you are actually moving in virtual reality. That would be wild. That's the thought behind full dive. Now, you have to have some really fancy gear, some really fancy tech in order to do it, but it is possible. I don't have any more cheese, but I've got a little bit of fries. So, with this technology out, a game was developed called Sword Art Online. This game would be somewhat similar to your EverQuest 2, your World of Warcraft, Guild Wars 2, any MMORPG that you can think of, it would be like that. The big thing is that instead of being on a keyboard and playing or being, you know, whatever, you yourself are the actual character. Only have like 4 left. Rip. Golly, man, their fries are so good. Oh, that was straight seasoning. Mmm. I've been craving those fries for so long, dude. What kind of sauce do y'all use from Taco Bell? Personally, I use mild because I can't eat hot stuff, so. So, our journey begins with our main character, Kirito. He finally logs back in after being gone from the beta test. And now he's like, yo, I'm back. It's time to grind. Very quickly we see that, you know, a lot of people, there is a lot of hype. I believe it was about 10,000 people that were able to get the game. Only 1,000 people were able to go into the beta test, so he was very lucky. He spent a lot of time in there. He just did a lot of work. Grinding. Move that a little bit closer. So with that being said, you know, he knows what he's doing. He understands, you know, the different mechanics of how to actually fight, how to, you know, move around. Because, you know, it'd be pretty wonky if, you know, you customize a character and now you're taller than you are, or you're heavier or skinnier than you actually are. You know, you got to adjust for all that. So, you know, he's pretty used to it. But within the very first episode, we see they get trapped inside of this game. Now this is where we take off. This isn't a bug. This isn't, you know, oh, this is just for fun, you know, ha ha ha. This is a death game. We now turn around and we see that Akihiko Kayaba, the guy who created the game and created Sword Art Online, the world of Aincrad, he comes in and he's like, yo, if you die in this game, it will send some type of electricity to your brain and basically fry your brain and kill you. So you die in the game, you die in real life, and that is the gimmick for this anime. Now we'll carry on through Kirito and we'll see him, you know, go through different boss floors, different things that you have to encounter, whether it be things such as different emotions that you're feeling, like, I just got trapped in this, what do I do now? Different emotions of others, you know, how are you going to survive? Are you going to stay back and let other people clear the game? Are you going to fight? There are so many things. Your life is now on the line, but it's in this fantasy world that doesn't feel real. But if I die here, I die in real life. So with that being said, we now have to figure out, yo, how is he going to make it through Aincrad? There are 100 floors of this game. How am I going to, how is he even going to live? You know, so now it's bringing up all these questions like, man, this is legit. If he dies, what's going to happen? So it's very shocking, not only to see how Kirito goes through it and, you know, the people that he encounters and the different scenarios that happens, what he has to do, what he goes through, kind of really hit home, because it was like, man, what if I were in that scenario? What would I do? How would I do that? Because, you know, I play a lot of games, and I just kind of tend to be like, yo, if that happens to me, what would I do? Would I chicken out? Would I be on the front lines and try to clear the game first so that we can all get out? Would I sit back and wait for the frontline people and then follow up behind them? Would I stay in town? What would I do? What would you do? All of those questions were racing through his mind and other characters' minds, while at the same time it was racing through mine as well. So I was like, oh my god, what do we do here? Now, as Kirito goes along, and as anybody who would play an MMORPG, you're bound to run into other people. So he runs into different people through different scenarios, whether it be Klein, the guy he kind of rejected at the beginning, and he was like, yo, I don't want to group with you, because if I do, that means now the guys that you're grouped with, they are a liability, and I can take care of you, but I don't know if I can take care of anybody else. So he kind of ditches him so he can go further ahead by himself as a solo player, while Klein takes his friends and slowly progresses. He also meets other characters such as Agil, who's a shopkeeper, that also goes out and into the front lines for the boss battles. He has other characters such as Lisbeth, Silica, and even Asuna, which later down the road you'll kind of see how they all meet, because they all meet in different ways. And you'll see what each character kind of means to him personally. To be honest with you, one of the obvious characters that's going to stand out is going to be Kirito himself. He is the main protagonist. He is going to be the person who may or may not clear Aincrad in order for everybody to escape, or everybody dies. One or the other. We'll go into spoilers a little later on. For a good chunk of the anime, we see Kirito just kind of be like, I'm a solo player, I don't really care about anybody else. If people stay alive, you know, if I can help them stay alive, by all means I will. But I'd rather not be in that predicament in the first place, so I'd rather just stick to myself. However, the one person that kind of changes this mentality is going to be Asuna. She's the person that stands out the absolute most in changing Kirito's ways of thinking, whether it be because, you know, they get married, whether it be because she is a vice commander in the biggest guild in the game, whether it just be because they butt heads so often that it's like, her way of thinking versus his way of thinking, you know, they're bound to see each other's side sooner or later. She brings the greatest change into Kirito's life. And in the beginning, we see him be a cold-hearted monster that's just like, yo, I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna do the best that I can. I'll play the bad guy. Like, I'm gonna get this done. I will save us. Towards the end, where we see him kind of being like, yo, this is dangerous. Like, I don't know, man. What if we don't come back? We see him kind of have that little bit of character progression. So that is always great to see. Now, let's go ahead and go into the spoiler parts. If you don't like spoilers, don't watch. Or skip further ahead a little bit. Obviously, with Sword Art Online, there's a second season, so we do know that he does escape the game of death. However, in Season 2, it does continue in a different virtual reality game called Gun Gale Online. Now, in that game, it's almost the same aspect of there is a game of death where somebody is killing people in the game and they are dying in real life. We don't know how. Fast forward through Season 2, which I believe was extremely good. I mean, if Season 1 was like, holy crap, Season 2 is like, damn. It does bring a different element, considering, you know, we do have a safer way of full dive technology. We do have safer technology, but the emotions that it brings, the new characters that it also brings along, still adds that same, like, type of feeling that Season 1 did, at least for me. I just noticed that this is not what I ordered. This has rice and not Fritos. Feels bad, man. That makes me so sad. So now, once Kirito, you know, again, saves the day in Season 2, we kind of get... Season 2 will lead into the Ordinal Scale movies. Now, with that movie, it's extremely good. There's definitely less complaints, I guess, about, you know, all these different things that SAO brings. The reason why I am trying to speed it up through these seasons is to go on to Season 3, which is coming out in October. That's kind of why I'm doing this video right now, is because if you do want to watch it, I will say this. I've read all the light novels. The newest one just came in yesterday, and I'm going to start reading that soon. I will say this. Season 1 and 2, the anime, does have some plot holes. You know, how does this happen? Why does it just magically... Why are things just magically the way they are? They do cover that somewhat in the light novels. However, the light novels don't cover everything. These first 2 seasons were for some kind of creative contest, so it had to keep it within a certain limit of, you know, words, pages, whatever the case may be. But season 3, which is Alicization, we see a huge spin, whether it be growth, whether it be, you know, this man now has the freedom to write as much as he wants to with season 3 compared to 1 and 2. It's like a completely new writer. So, should you watch season 1 and 2 of Sword Art Online? 100%. I feel like this is a very good beginner's anime. This is something that I feel like at one point in time everyone has seen, whether it be, you know, you saw it in the beginning and then you started watching other stuff, whether you said, hey, I've watched anime and I've heard a lot about Sword Art Online, let me go ahead and check it out, or whether it's like, I've just seen and heard so much about it, I get the gist of it. Like, it is one of the anime that is like a go-to talked about anime. This anime, no matter when you watch it, whether you're just starting out, whether you've been watching anime for a long time, this is one of the cornerstones of anime, just because so many people either love it, hate it, and there's no really in between. So it's something that 100% you should watch. Now, I say that you should watch it because if at the very least you want to know what happens in season 1 and 2 and ordinal scale the movie, so that when season 3 comes out, you can enjoy all of this just like geniusness, fantastic greatness, work of art, if they do it well. From what I've heard, we do get 48 plus episodes, hoping more than that because there's a lot of stuff from what I'm reading. So depending on how they do it, it's going to be fantastic. You definitely want to be there when season 3 drops. But, man, the anime in and of itself, it was the first one that I'd ever seen, you know, online. It obviously influenced me extremely because it did keep me wanting to watch anime. You know, it made me say, hey, and I told my buddy, hey, I just watched this. What else do you got? You know, is there anything similar to it? And he did say, yeah, there's this. And I may or may not cover that next week. I don't know. But, you know, I have merchandise around my room. I have posters, wall scrolls, figures. I own all the light novels. I've played multiple games of Sword Art Online, so it's very influential. Personally, I'm on the side that loves it. You know, I understand why people hate it and disagree with it and don't like it, but I don't really care because it's fucking lit. Just watch it. Before I even knew about season 3, I'll tell you this, is that Sword Art Online was my #1 favorite anime for a very long time. That was before Violet Evergarden came in. All these other anime came in, Steins Gate, things of that nature. But I can still 100% say for sure that it's in my top 3, if not top 5. Like I said, I really do love it. I see the flaws in it, but overlook that and just be like, dude, the general idea of it is something that I really hope happens. You know, we do get virtual reality, you know, full dive. We get to do all these different things. I think that'd be great. And I'd love for that to happen. You know, I personally think, see, we're in 2018. I'd say by about 2030, we'll have full dive virtual reality. Yeah, 12 years. Quote me on that. I could see it being a thing. But this is an anime that I legit need to stop talking about it once I finish this, because I'm telling you, I love it so much I could talk about it all day long. And since I know so much about season 3, I don't want to like jump into spoilers that aren't even out there yet, except through the books. So this anime, like I said, man, fantastic anime. I love it a lot. I really do enjoy it. And I hope that y'all will give it a shot if you haven't already. If you have seen it, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I would love to hear, you know, do you like it? Do you hate it? Why or why not? And are you going to give season 3 a shot, whether you like it or dislike it, just because of whether it be the hype, or do you want to see it fail, or whatever it may be? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'm going to finish this off, call it a day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Rip. No.